Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to my festival theme. Last time I did an update on the horror track. What you would generally find in a festival, aside from crowds of people and really delicious fried foods, is going to be some kind of street performance. And that is what I have built this track around, is primarily very small and very upbeat and moving rhythmic music, which is why there is also a lot of percussion. I found a bunch of examples online, primarily YouTube, where the most common setup for a festival band was a single wind instrument, maybe two, and a bunch of percussion, usually in the form of sticks and then like 2 or 3 different kinds of drums. So I am emulating that with the tiki, which are the sticks, and then the taiko drums and the Chinese kettle drums. All things that are common. I mean, most everybody knows what taiko drums are at this point. Taiko drums are so popular for everything from festival music to popular contemporary music, orchestral music, and especially movie and video game music. So my goal with this piece is not to have one long song going through the entire track. It's going to be broken up by a lot of different melodies, which are going to switch between the jinhu, which is a brass instrument, and the dizzy. Jinhu is the brass instrument you heard first when I started the video. And then the dizzy, as I mentioned, being in just about all of my pieces, is going to be in the next song. The only common ground between the two of them is the drum rhythm, but I removed sections of the drum rhythm to change how loud that this new section is. And that is how I plan on having the piece continue, is changing up what the melody is. Basically kind of like if you were to go through a festival, you'll see one street band, you'll listen to them for a little bit, you'll go off and do something else, and you'll come upon a new street band playing something a little bit different, but keeping basically the common tone with everything else that is going on. Something that I had been considering is adding in the sounds of a large crowd of people just into the background of this whole thing to give it more of the feeling that you are in the middle of a festival. The one problem I see with that is it makes the song a little bit less usable in situations that are not festivals. However, you know, that's kind of an opinion. If anyone thinks that adding in large crowds of people would be cool, then let me know. I probably won't add them in, just keep it strictly music. That way the song has more has functions outside of just populated areas within a role-playing game or other area. So I showed you the beginning of the piece. Let me just show you this. The description of this track is not going to be very long, so let me just show you this section right here, which is the ending of that first song, and the beginning of this next piece, which features the dizzy. And then as I go forward, right now I have the Dizzy and the Jinhu. I am hoping to use the Bawu and the E-cello for melodic instruments instead. And then if I can ever get over how the shamisen samples sound, I will use the shamisen, but I'm not much a fan of those sound samples that came with everything else. Of all the sound samples I have, I think the shamisen is probably my least favorite. So here is this section. That is approximately where I have left off. Now, as you can tell, this little section right here that section is for the kids, I guess is my best description of that. Because every once in a while, you'll get that one performer who's trying to be playful with everybody else, remind everybody that the event that they are at is a very lighthearted affair, and tries to be very whimsical with what they are doing. And that's what that is there for. I haven't decided if I'm going to keep that or not. It was an idea that I had.